So here's your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Nike SB Dunk Court Purple orange label. Can you spot any differences? Hopefully this video helps you. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking a look at two pairs of Nike SB Dunks in the Court Purple orange label version. One's real, one's fake, and this is just to help you at home if you are trying to authenticate your pair. So I must emphasize, it does not support the counterfeit industry in any way. It's just to help you at home if you are trying to authenticate your pair. So the real one is this one here on my right, fake one is this one here, and I'll break down some of the differences so it helps you at home. So we'll start off with the two boxes. These are both a UK 9 in sizing, and I would say the box is actually slightly larger on the retail one here compared to the fake one, and also we can see a clear difference right away. The Nike SB text on the top is really visible on the fake one compared to the retail one. The retail one is there, but as you can see, it blends in really nicely with the box. You can hardly see it unless I reflect it in certain lightings. Whereas the fake one, much darker text, really obvious and easy to see. This is the same all around the box. As you can see, the Nike text is once again easier to see on the fake one compared to the retail one. And they just got this wrong completely. The kind of like, I don't know, plasticky cover that they've used, really different, easy to see. So now we'll just spin them around, take a look at the labels. So as you can see from the labels, they are relatively similar. However, there are minor differences between the two different font sizes and spacing on both labels. So if you look closely, and I would advise pausing the labels on the screen as you can see here, just to make sure your pair at home matches up with these two labels, because it is really difficult to tell now. The labels are getting incredibly close. But nobody really wants me to talk about the boxes for the entire time, so we'll open them up. Let's take a closer look at the shoes. It also must be noted, as I'm looking at the top of the box, the orange Nike Swoosh on the retail box is a lot brighter than it is on the fake one. The fake one looks like it's like the brown cardboard's coming through. It doesn't have that pure orange look like the retail one does. So let's open up these two boxes. Open up the fake one first. As you can see, paper covers the shoes. Open up the retail one. Once again, paper covers the shoes, so no difference here. So we'll open them up, let's take the shoes out and compare them. So as I've taken both pairs out of the boxes, must be noted that the retail one comes with this Nike SB sticker, as you can see here. Fake one did not come with this in the box, so just make sure you look out for this on retail pairs. So here are the two pairs. Can you spot any differences straight away? They look relatively close, but let's dive into the details and take a closer look. So the first thing to note actually occurs on the other shoe. So on the right shoe here, which is the retail one here, you'll see that the spare purple laces come attached to the pre-laced white laces on the right shoe. However, on the fake one, come detached, so they're not attached to the laces at all. Also, the fake one came with this label attached as well, which the retail pair did not. Retail pair comes with no labels at all, just the spare laces in the purple already attached to the pre-laced white laces. So just look out for that if it's a dead stock pair. If they're used, obviously a lot harder because you can't really tell with the spare laces. I apologize if you can hear some background noise. The wind is so strong right now and my mic's just not cutting it out, and I don't know why. So the next thing we're going to compare on both pairs is the toe box shape of them. So I'll hold them up to the camera here and you'll see the toe box shape is very different from the retail to fake. The fake one here, you can see it's much more squared off towards the toe box compared to the retail one here, where you can see it has that perfect curvature around the toe box area. When we're taking a look at the leather on the inside here, so this is the retail one here, you'll see there are a large amount of creases all over this, and this is a dead stock pair. It's just the leather quality is really good on this and really soft and works all around your foot. Whereas on the fake one, they've just not got the same leather at all. You can see it's a lot stiffer, this leather, and this occurs all over the shoe. This is on the toe box as well. Don't know if it's going to show up on the cameras clearly, but the toe box leather on the retail one is really soft, and I really do like the quality of the materials. Whereas on the fake one, the leather just does not feel good. It feels really plasticky and just not as nice. Taking a look at both Nike SB tongue tags, we can see a different emplacement here as well. So the retail one here, if I show it up to the camera, the Nike text, look how close it is to the top part of the label there. And then if I show you the fake one here, you can see there's a much larger gap between the Nike text and the top of the tongue, as you can see, and it's a clear difference and easy to see, and these are both a UK 9, so the details should be exactly the same. On the text on the underside of the label, I'll give you a close-up of this, and you can see that it says at the bottom, from the Made in Vietnam, and the text beneath, you can see that's a different font size between the retail and fake. On the fake one, I'd say the text is a little bit more squished and smaller compared to the retail one, where you can see the text actually is a little bit larger. However, this is a minor detail between the two, and the labels in general are pretty close. Looking at the color, I would actually say the lighter orange on the retail one compared to the fake one, which has a darker orange. Spinning the shoes around to the back and taking a look at that Nike text on the heel here, you can see on the retail one compared to the fake one, the text here, you can see there's a bigger gap between the K and the E, whereas on the fake one here, you can see it's much closer text, it looks more squished together, and doesn't have the same details as it does on the retail one. But this is also a very minor difference and quite hard to see, but only really noticeable if you're comparing two pairs side by side. Spinning the shoes upside down, you'll see it has a Nike SB logo in the middle there. What I would say is the color difference is actually quite clear to see in studio lighting. This retail one here has a much more hint of purple than the fake one. The fake one looks a lot more navy blue. As you can see here, if I'll show you from the side, this part's purple and this part is blue. Whereas on the retail one here, you can see it's a little bit more of a hint of purple on this one, but it's still quite close, and it's a difference you should look for. If these are used, you're never really going to notice because obviously that's going to get so dirty. But when they're dead stock, it's an easy telltale sign between the two. The color is really easy to see in studio lighting. Hopefully it shows up on the camera. It's a lot more purple on the retail one. The fake one's gone for a blue, which is weird. Looking at the outer side of the pairs, this is the retail one here, and look at the swoosh. You can see there's a really small gap here, really small gap here. It's placed perfectly in the middle. Whereas if we look at the fake one here, I'm not sure it's going to show up, but look, that's a much larger gap there, and it's placed quite low to the bottom, so it's not bang in the middle, so the placement's slightly off. And if you look at the swoosh shape, you can see it's slightly different. Also, the color between the two pairs is slightly different once again. But these are minor differences, and on the inside, this is the same again. If we look at the placement of the swoosh once again, you can see small differences, but mainly in the shape of the swoosh, which is what I would compare side by side. In terms of the general shoe, I would look at the shape of both pairs. You can see the shape is quite rigid on the fake one here. If you look at it from the side there, and then look at the retail one looks perfectly like obviously a Nike SB because it is a retail pair. But as you can see, there's a slight curvature on the front here. Whereas if you look at the fake one, it just goes kind of like flat. Hopefully you can see that difference in the camera angle. But the shape between the two pairs is something I would note. It looks a little bit more too chunky on the fake one. The fake one looks too big compared to the retail one. The retail one on Nike SBs, they've actually slimmed them down quite a lot. So if you look at it from this angle as well, you can see the shape is very different towards the heel. It's a lot shorter in this section here than it is on the fake one. But that's the differences I would look for. Let's take a look inside the shoe. So they do come with paper shoe tree. This is the retail one here, and this is the fake one here. If I can get it out. The sizing difference is obvious to see, and the color difference between the two papers is also obvious to see. The fake one has used a completely different paper to the retail one. The retail one's a lot softer, but it's just paper at the end of the day. Once you've worn these, you're not going to see this, so it's something to note if it's a dead stock pair. Let's take a look at the insoles of both pairs. Take out the fake one, and we'll take out the retail one. If I can get it out. So straight away, the difference I note is the retail one here is a lot firmer than it is on the fake one. The fake one, if you look at that, look how flimsy it is. The retail one, it's a lot sturdier. I'm putting the same amount of pressure on, a lot more sturdy, and feels a lot thicker as well. Holding them up to the camera, you can see a slight color difference between the two. I'd actually say the retail one here is a lot more navy than the fake one, but it's also really hard to see in the lighting. In terms of the Nike SB logo on the bottom, it's a lot brighter on the fake one compared to the retail one, but other than that, they're relatively similar. Spinning them upside down, and I would actually say they're pretty much bang on, apart from that grey patch in the middle there. You can see it's a darker grey on the retail one compared to that lighter grey on the fake one. So hopefully if you're at home, this video has helped you if you are trying to authenticate your pair. I actually think this pair is really nice and really underrated. It's not going for any money really in terms of resale value, but I think the quality of materials on it and the actual colorway is perfect for summer. Gum sole with that purple and white upper and a full white tongue with white laces. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these, but let me know down below in the comments what you think of them, and have you spotted any more differences between the two pairs? If so, comment them down below so you can help other people at home. But thanks for watching. There's no differences on the other pair that there isn't on this pair, so I'm just not going to show you this pair as well. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an amazing day. Oh, and if you want shorter content, it's on my TikTok channel now.